President Trump ignored a question Tuesday about whether he had confidence in his Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. He met with him Monday to discuss allegations of FBI misconduct during the 2016 election. Here's Paula Reid.
That would be one of the biggest insults that anyone's ever seen.
Speaking in the Oval Office, President Trump responded to news that an FBI informant was in contact with members of his campaign.
If they had spies in my campaign, during my campaign for political purposes, that would be unprecedented in the history of our country.
During the 2016 election, the informant met with at least 3 Trump campaign advisors after the FBI learned they had suspicious contacts with Russians.
Was the FBI spying on Trump's campaign?
No, they were not.
Today, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper defended using an informant.
They were spying on a term I don't particularly like, but on what the Russians were doing, trying to understand, were the Russians infiltrating, trying to gain access, trying to gain leverage and influence.
While the president fumed over surveillance, Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen stunned some lawmakers by saying she wasn't aware of the U.S. intelligence assessment that Russia's meddling was intended to help Mr. Trump get elected.
I do not believe that I've seen that conclusion, that the specific intent was to help President Trump win. I'm not aware of that. But I do generally have no reason to doubt any intelligence assessment.
The Department of Homeland Security tried to walk back Nielsen's comments, insisting that she has read the intelligence assessment and that she is aware of the threat posed by Russia. Elaine?
Well, Paula, there's also an upcoming meeting between lawmakers and intelligence officials to discuss this informant. What do we know about that?
That's right. On Thursday, 2 Republican leaders, Trey Gowdy and Devin Nunes, will meet with FBI Director Chris Wray and other top law enforcement officials to review certain classified information related to that informant who helped investigate the Trump campaign. But it's not clear what exactly they will get access to. Chief of Staff John Kelly brokered this meeting in an effort to sort of de-escalate this ongoing feud between the Justice Department and congressional leaders. So we'll find out on Thursday whether they leave satisfied or whether they will continue to fight with the Justice Department to demand access to this information.
Well, is it unusual that they're getting access to this kind of information at all?
Everything is unusual in these days. It seems it's unusual for something to sort of get to this level, particularly when the FBI is saying they want to protect an informant. They want to protect this person's identity, not only for their safety, but also for the integrity of other investigations that this man is working on. But at this point, Republicans argue that they need to watch the watchmen. They want to make sure that the origins of the Russia probe were on the up and up, that this was not politically motivated, and there was nothing improper in why the FBI sent this informant to have contact with at least 3 Trump campaign advisors. So honestly, Elaine, it just seems sort of like Washington as usual. Constant conflict.
Constant conflict. All right. Well, Paula, there are multiple reports tonight that a business partner of Trump lawyer Michael Cohen has agreed to cooperate with government prosecutors as part of a plea deal. What's the significance of that?
That's right. That's significant because this could be used to pressure Mr. Cohen into cooperating with the special counsel probe. But Mr. Cohen could try to resist that pressure. He may not be swayed if he believes the president will grant him a pardon in exchange for not sharing sensitive information about the president's inner circle and his family. That's the way Paul Manafort has approached the federal charges that have been filed against him. But, Elaine, it's important to point out that a presidential pardon that only protects you from federal level charges, not charges filed in the state of New York.
Okay, an important point there. Paula Reid at the White House for us. Paula, thank you.